Rogers is an autistic boy. He's 15 years old. He's been missing from Hendersonville, Tennessee. And everybody has been looking for him. Everybody. He is 5 foot 5 inches tall. He weighs 120 pounds. Sandy blonde hair, and he wears glasses. And again, there is no footprint of him whatsoever.
You think back, and there might have been a reason he was possibly upset or something outside that could have enticed him to go outside. Was there anything that came to mind?
We've been combing over that day and even the weeks before he left, and I hadn't been able to figure it out. That morning he was laughing, he was joking. Everyone we were around that day agreed that he seemed like he was in a good mood. He was behaving.
This boy, I've done told y'all, reminds me of my son that had autism, that is my third son. And he disappeared right down the road from part of where my family lives. And I take all of these cases serious. I am not playing about anything right now.
The original thinking was that Sebastian Rogers left home on his own, but the fact that he disappeared without a trace now has authorities looking into the very real possibility of foul play.
I'm not trying to accuse them of anything. I'm trying to tell you how suspicious they are now becoming. Hello, everybody. Hello. Well, Katie hadn't been able to figure it out. I haven't been able to figure it out either. And I'm so frustrated. I tell you what, Smiley's panties are in a wad tonight. It is May 21st, 2025. Hello, H. Davis. You're on a roll. I got to get me some dice, honey. Hello, Miss Grace Paris. Hello, BMW Coupe. Hello, everybody. Hi, Bobby. Welcome. Hello, Janice. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Hey, Lori. Good to see everybody. Let me see what is going on here. Daniel, sup. Hello, yo. Daniel Berry Sports Highlight, y'all. Hello. Tina Davis, hello. Hey, Holly, good to see you. Donna Smith, Nala, hello, Bo, much love. Michelle Scott, hello. Show Poodles, there you are. Love to see you and your poodle there. Love it. Tina Davis. Oh my goodness, I will cut you out. Hello, good evening. Hello. Rana, hello. K Mac. Oh my goodness, I hope I didn't scroll up too fast. Sorry. Let's see. Hindsight, hello. Blessings to you. Flamingo Lisa, hello. Susie Little, hello. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Retha Bell. Yeah, we're going to go over all that, honey, but I'm going to listen, Linda's. I have a clue. I have an idea. About just chill. His story, my story is not over. Y'all see that? It's just fixing to get hot in here. Hey, Rita. Hello, Aaron. Hello. Let's see. Carol loves embroidery. Let's see what else. Is going on here. Who else have we got? Let's see. Mama Risa. Hello, Gypsy. Let's see. Because y'all think, I think we got something going on here. I could be wrong, but I won't say a word, but I got a call from somebody, and I think something is working. I think something is working. So everything's all good. We all good over here in Smiley's Hood, honey. Yeah, I know you. Yeah, I'm on fire tonight. Y'all are on fire tonight. We all good. I'm going to, but you know what I got to do? This is what I got to do first. Because love wins. That's right, love wins. I had already had a little something planned, and I had to stop in the middle of all of it because I was called over yonder. And hey, Nancy. Oh, my day was good until earlier, honey, but I'm not sure if my day got any worse or it just got better because I got a phone call about something. I was like, oh, really? Let me think about this for a minute. Hey, Kimbo, honey, these $1.25 glasses, I think. I love y'all. All right, hold on a minute. Let's see. So, my story, let me see. I can't point at it, y'all see. My story's not over, Sebastian said, and it's not, honey. But all right, let's see. I'm watching my dog. Now I think, okay, these little dogs want out. No, they can't have out right now. I think they're looking for snacks. Get over here and lay down. Come on, Pinky. Come on, go lay down. I don't have the snack. Go lay down. Go, All right, go lay down. Nope, later. That girl. Snacks. Hey, Kiki. Hello, everybody. So let me do this real quick because I did want to let everybody, I was going to tell y'all, just let me say thank you for joining me tonight. Hey, Becky. Hold on. Unless they find he's not going to take T up seriously. Let's skip to that. We're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. Hey, D. White. Okay. Let me get my rant in first, okay? But first let me be the nice Smiley. I ain't had no Prozac lately, or maybe I have. I ain't had no Prozac lately. And I'm Gemini, so let me be this way for 5 minutes, and then I'll be this way. I'll be this way. Okay, just hold on. Y'all hold your horses. Y'all are too fast for Smiley, okay? You're too fast. Anyway, I did want to thank y'all for coming in tonight. And thank y'all for coming in tonight and being with me. Okay, I'm gonna pull a Justin. Y'all could be anywhere in the world, anywhere, but y'all chose to be here with me. I love me some Justin. Anyway, yeah, I even got called away from his stuff. Hey, Betsy. Hello. Love you, Betsy. Love everybody coming in. But anyway, y'all know Sebastian Rogers, who's been missing for over a year, 15 months now. Hey, Daily Tab. Many prayers to you, girl. I'm so glad you're here. I do too. And Wanda, hello. Yeah, I love Justin. He makes me laugh. But Sebastian's story deserves to be told. It needs to be seen. He needs to be seen. It needs to be heard, and it needs to be remembered. Hey, Blue Eyes Dumpling, and look, Ginger Snap, everybody coming in. You know what? Maybe this was the perfect timing. My live I was going to do anyway, and then all this came out. So maybe this was just the perfect timing, okay? God knows. But his story deserves to be seen, heard, and he deserves to be remembered because someone out there might know something, okay? And we're not going to give up. Sebastian's story is not over, and don't think we're giving up for one freaking minute, okay? Sebastian was just 15 years old when he disappeared on February 25th, 2024. from his home in Hendersonville, Tennessee. He was last seen in the area of Beach High School. Thank you, Sharon. Hold on a minute. Breaking news, Sebastian and his toy flashlight with the other little flashlights in his yard. Oh no, whoops, lights means nothing now. Walking across the country with nothing. Oh my God. Well, you know what, Sharon? We're going to get to all this. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. Love you, love you, love you. We're going to stick with it. Just let's get to it now. I'm telling you, because I got a lot to say tonight. And Smiley's going to say it. It's me, my thoughts, my opinions, honey. But anyway, he was 15, and when he disappeared on February 25th from his home in Hendersonville, he was last seen in the area of Beach High School in his Stafford Court home with his mother, Katie Lynn Proudfoot. No one has seen or heard from him ever again. No video, no scent, no nothing. Now, he was described as 5'5" with brown hair, brown eyes, last known to allegedly, and I say that for a reason. Y'all know why if you've been following this case. Allegedly be wearing black sweatpants with white stripes down the side, with a black shirt, black frame glasses, and barefoot per his mom. Again, Katie Lynn Proudfoot. When, by the way, she went to wake him up the next morning for school, he was not there. But the doors was locked. No sign of any break-ins. He has autism, and he may be drawn to water or wooded areas. But he's not a runner. Okay, he's not a runner. And he has never eloped like some with autism tend to. You know, they elope. Not Sebastian. Yep, lies, 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 and more lies. You lied, lied, lied. So, just keep that in mind. When he vanished, the authorities immediately launched a large-scale search using dogs, drones, dive teams, and volunteers. Not to mention, they drained the ponds nearby, at least a couple of them. They searched the caves. They used military, horseback, and many things extra that, oh, I'm not going to, don't you worry. They use many things extra that most kids never ever get, that most parents never get for their kids. Never. They never have the opportunity for whatever reason for their kids, right? So they don't get those opportunities. So Sebastian got that, but for whatever reason in Sumner County, you know, it was just a piss in the wind per se. Okay, just a piss in the wind. Useless. You know, useless piss in the wind. Not saying the military was, you know, I'm just saying Sumner County, useless piss in the wind, all those resources. Just saying. So he's still missing 15 months later, no sign of Sebastian. Somehow, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers is still missing somehow 15 months later. Now, listen to me what I'm telling you. Hello to everybody coming in. Sebastian is someone's son. He's someone's student. He's someone's friend. Yes, I said friend. He has many friends. I hope he knows just how many friends he has. I'm one of those friends, even though he don't know me and I don't know him. He has autism. He's gentle. He's quiet. And he's smart. I can tell. I can tell he has a smile when he smiles that will light up the sky so bright when he don't even need the moon out if he's out in the dark. I don't know him, but I saw that from pictures, from baby pictures, and on up until he was older, when he was happy. At school with his teachers, with his dad, and yes, even with his mom too. That was his mom. And kids love their parents. They love both of their parents. Now I'm speaking to Katie, as usual. Katie, Sebastian needs his mom. He needs his mom now. I need my mom too. But she's not here, Katie. She died October 10th. And guess what? I could have spent a lot more time with my mom, but I have been looking for your son and researching for your son, something you haven't been doing much of. I need my mom, but she's gone. And guess what? You're not gone, Katie, but your son needs you. Sebastian needs you. You're still his mom. He may not be here, but you're still here and you can help him. You were the last one to be seen with him. You were the last one with him. Just by simply telling the truth, you can help him, Katie. Thank you, Holly. Holly says, I'm proud to be his friend. We're all proud to be his friend. He went to bed one night, and by morning he was gone. No one knows how. No one knows why. No one has seen him since, not since February 25th, 2024. Now, people, please know we have not given up, and we will never give up. We can't. Because if it was your child, your sibling, your best friend, you would want the world to care too. I can tell you I care. I just wish I knew more what to do and more what to say. Please share this story. Please keep his name and face out there and his flyers. If you live near Hendersonville, Tennessee, check your old doorbell cam footage. Rethink anything odd you saw around February 24th. Anything small may mean something big. It could change everything. It could change everything in this case. Anything you saw, anything you heard, nothing is too big or too small or too stupid. If you heard something, even rumors, Smiley's telling you, if you heard something, even rumors, I know we want facts. I'm not telling you to bring rumors to the YouTube streets. I am telling you, if you hear something and if you know something, let Ellie do their damn jobs. And Ellie, get off your ass and do your jobs. Figure out what's rumor and what's not rumor. Okay? What's facts and what's not facts. And you don't have to tell nobody anything. Because you're not telling anybody anything now. But if you know something, say something. It's their jobs to sort it out. Y'all know the number. I don't know who the hell to call anymore. I don't know if it's 1-800-TBI find. I don't know if it's 615-451-3838. I don't know if you push 1. I don't know if it's 1-833-TELL-DOG. I don't know if it's 911. I don't know who it is. I don't know if you need to walk in. I don't know. I know that Sebastian needs to be found. That's what I know. I know justice needs to be served. That's what I know. Even if all you can do is pray and you can put a candle out, do that. Do it. Let this family and this community know that we care about Sebastian, and we're not going to give up on Sebastian until he's found. Also, it may seem like the end, and it may seem like the end of the world, but nothing is unfixable. Nothing. The sooner this comes to an end and the truth comes out, you better trust and believe the better. Sebastian deserves to be found. He deserves to be safe, and his family deserves answers. Seth deserves answers. Don't stroll past this and forget him. Help bring Sebastian home. Help bring him home. Now, there's a lot of shit that went on today, and I'm going to tell you where I think it's coming from. I'm going to tell you what I think, and we're going to get into it. I don't even know really where to start. Yeah, it has to start with the community, period. It has to. Now, listen, I've been telling y'all to write letters, and I know for a fact that y'all have. I have, and I don't know if we stirred somebody's damn pot or not. This is what I feel like. I'm nobody important, but I'll tell you this. This is what I think. Let's go listen. We're going to listen to Jennifer. Let me put up some. Let me put up a little bit of music. We're going to listen to a little bit. Okay, just hold up. Hold on. I think I got everything working correctly now. We're going to.
I'm your host. I'm Jen Coffindaffer. I wanted to get on today. Again, this is kind of impromptu for those of you who have notifications and wonder why in the world.
I got a lot to say after this, between this, whatever.
Behind the scenes, as I have time, of course, right in the middle of the Karen Reed trial, but I've really been looking into, continuing to look into Sebastian Rogers' case.
And I didn't even see the first part right here, so I don't know what the hell she's
doing a show on him at least every other week, if not every week. Why? Yes, I understand there's no breaking news per se, but sometimes in law enforcement, you have to go back and you have to review and you have to reconsider what you know on a case. And there's just so many things on that case that have really, really been bothering me lately. And particularly, it comes down to law enforcement. It comes down to, is law enforcement being attentive to this case? Is this case going to end up like a Summer Wells case? What is happening behind the scenes? And I really had to take a moment of pause. I called a good friend of mine.
Hold on, let me. I did not see this first half of this. I'm going to tell y'all, I was in Justin's chat and I got called over to this. Get over here now. And I did. By a sub. I know I saw Seth at the very end. I kept seeing people say something to him. And God, I feel sorry for him. And I don't want him to live through this torture of having to watch her again. Nothing shady to Jen, nothing to her. But I saw at the end what she said, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And then I saw Seth when he left. That's about when I come in. And then I got a phone call from somebody, I'll just say a sub, after. And, well, I got a text, and then I was like, holy shit. But what she just said right there, now, I don't know if that's what she's going to continue to say or not. But I was like, damn, cool breeze. They're like, Smiley, you're pretty smart. I'm like, I think that's what I'm going to name my chat. Cool breeze. So I was thinking too, cool breeze and slick Rick. Huh. I don't even know if y'all know what that means. But anyway, we're going to get into it. She just talked to Miss Grace. Miss Grace worked for the judges and the courts for, I keep forgetting it, like 30 years or something. She's retired now, but you called it cool breeze, didn't you, Garrett? But I was just thinking, here come these personal emails and personal, and I can get mine and read them to you. Professional letters. I wrote to the district attorney. I wrote to the governor. I wrote to the damn Brandon Carter, to whoever, whatever. So I'm thinking, cool breeze done got the X. They still ain't going to come out and talk. Miss Grace knows. I read them to her. And again, she worked for the judge. She can tell you how professional they are. And I asked them for the, especially the DA. I asked the DA put it in front of the grand jury. And I'm like, cool breeze done got the ex-FBI, no disrespect to Jennifer, to come out and speak on all this. But they can't get their ass out here and tell the community and the ones that's wrote to them and the public, what in the hell's going on right now. We'll get into more of that later, but let's carry on. I didn't hear this part. Let's carry on.
Who to this day deals with NCMEC as an investigator, travels to Mexico all of the time. He was one of my first partners as an FBI agent.
Amazing. See?
And then also really look back at the missing cases that I personally handled.
They'd shut Seth up is what they would do.
Really take myself back to that time and space.
Just what I thought.
Fortunately, I never had a missing case that wasn't solved.
I ain't talking about her.
But there are so many that go unsolved.
Ma'am, Mohawk.
And when I started looking back at this, I thought,
y'all better
what are we missing here? What is law enforcement missing here that this case not only may not ever be solved, but seems to have never really had even initial clues as to what happened to Sebastian Rogers. And this is what I mean.
You're commenting.
We have absolutely no video showing that Sebastian Rogers left his home. For those of you, and I'm sorry, I always forget to sort of set up the case. The setup to this case is in February of last year, Sebastian Rogers, an autistic young man of 15 years old, went missing in Hendersonville, Tennessee. The last person to see him was his mother, Katie Proudfoot. He lived under the roof of Katie and Chris Proudfoot. Chris Proudfoot was his stepson. His father is Seth Rogers, lives not far from Hendersonville in Tennessee, also had previously lived in California, but moved to another town Clarksville in Tennessee to be closer to his son. And one night he just went missing, went to bed. He was last heard from in terms of a thump from his bedroom, according to his mother, and literally seemingly vanished. And when I say seemingly, I always say in these cases, there's no teleporting, there's no bewitched, I'm dating myself, where you twitch your nose and you disappear. There's no UFOs that came in and sucked him up. So I hate even to use the word disappear, but in this case, the clues left seem like he disappeared. Why do I say that? There have been approximately 10 dogs,
Roxanne.
including one of the best dog handlers and best dogs in the nation, and many other dogs that are also very good at their job and well respected in the law enforcement community. And none of those dogs picked up Seth Rogers' particular scent. Yes, a human scent was picked up that went to a construction site, but there was no Seth Rogers scent that
Not
left the
Seth,
home.
Sebastian.
Even though, according to reports from his mother, Katie Proudfoot, he left without shoes, and she's certain about that. This was an unequivocal point that she made. He didn't have a lot of shoes, from my understanding, and it's clear that he left without his shoes, if you were to believe his mother on this point. And there's really no reason to lie about that point. In fact, it makes it look worse for Katie Proudfoot. So I believe that he left with no shoes. It's unclear whether he had socks or not. He left in the dead of the night. Sometimes she believes between 12:30 a.m. and 6 when she went to wake him up. It was cold that night,
Yes.
although it was really the next night that got freezing cold. This night was in the 50s.
Hey, Seth, I didn't see you come in. Thank you for being here. I got a mouthful to say after this. I'm so sorry, but I have a mouthful to say, and I am so sorry you had to hear all this. I'm going back over this because I didn't hear the very beginning. Woo-wee. Just know, I know you'll never stop looking for your son. I know you won't. And I would be hot. And, yeah. And son, and demanding justice for Sebastian. Yeah, well, I have a few tips for you if you want to stick around. I'll try to get through this a little bit faster. Just hold on. I just want to hear what she said. Actually, I'm gonna go towards the end if that's okay with you. I know that's when you got upset. I'm gonna go towards the end because I don't think all this is important. They watched it. I just didn't hear the front of it. Just hold on.
They have an
I
extremely
think this is
strong
about when I come
will.
in, y'all.
There's been cases where they will go miles and miles and miles until the point of exhaustion. There have been cases, I talk about it a lot. Connor Jack Oswalt disappeared for almost 3 years, living homeless. He disappeared at about 17. It's only a year and a half older than Sebastian or so, and was found hundreds of miles away. Nobody even knows how we got there, what his journey was for 2.5 years to this day. That is my understanding. And there's several others. Another autistic, a child with autism that was found in a Walmart bathroom. Another autistic young man who was at a job working, left everything behind,
Okay,
and
Seth,
was
I
found
sure will.
pretty far away. This was
Actually-
outside of Phoenix, as I
Actually,
recall.
will you get my number from
in,
Tony, my direct number,
the foothills.
and just let me know what
deceased.
you text me, please?
Had gone all that way. No signs of foul play. They had some video actually on that one, and it just showed him walking. So I have hope.
Thank you.
And law enforcement, and I had these clips lined up, has made it clear to this day, they are saying They're not ruling anything out. They're keeping that door open, but they don't have particular information that shows foul play. Now, I've always said, and I'm going to continue saying, this is a foul play situation, and most likely because he still hasn't been seen and he's gone. Am I saying Chris and Katie Proudfoot? No, I don't know that. What I am saying is someone. He just could not be gone for this period of time without being abducted or otherwise hurt by someone. I don't think he wandered away and went miles, and with the huge presence that was involved in the search for him went undetected. But I still keep that as about a 1% possibility. I really have to keep it as a 1% possibility because of another case I had where everything was searched. But this one, we solved it within 48 hours and found him deceased in a pond.
Man,
But
you can't.
my point is that that's a 1%.
Yes, he does. I love his smile.
Could he have been taken kind of like a Connor Jack Oswald and worked his way around and continued somehow, on his own? Remember, we have a situation with a child who was not treated well. And I don't know what's happening in chat. I'll put my glasses on in a minute, but I have no problem saying that because of what I know. And I think he was treated pretty rough, especially for someone on the spectrum. And so could he have just wanted to never come home? And could he be making his way across the country like Connor Jack Oswald did? It's something we have to consider. But I just wanted to point out that I believe law enforcement is on it. I believe they are doing everything in their power to either solve where his whereabouts are or to put a case together against those they might believe are responsible.
Well, they better be putting a case
Again,
together.
that lights video, working it from a cold case vantage, which I'm going to continue to do. I don't think law enforcement lied. And Craddock said point blank that video wasn't important. And he told Katie and Seth in specificity. Please go back and watch that Pascal from March 29th, because we all kind of forget. It's been over a year now. We all kind of forget the facts. And that's why you have to go back and relook and dig. I'm just doubting that that is as significant as we thought. Anyway, I want to quickly look at chat and see what your thoughts are. Prayers to Seth. Craddock also said it could play a role. In his interview, which I had pulled up on, I think it was the 2nd or 4th of April, as I recall, there was inference that it could play a role. I think that's almost the exact words that were used. But I don't recall whether it was he that said that or whether that was Barris. I shouldn't say I don't recall. I believe that's what was said, that it could end up playing a role.
Absolutely.
So is that part of interpretation? Anyway, I challenge each of you who care about this case. Let's treat this from now on like a cold case, because I think that's sort of how it needs to be treated, at least for us out here that don't have the full picture like law enforcement has. And we need to start from the beginning, look at all the clues that are out there. But do I believe it's foul play? Yes, I do, by somebody. We have so many clues about that. I've rethought also, I was very adamant about the search at the landfill, because in my experience, you do not do landfill searches. First of all, you can't do them without a warrant, which means you have to have probable cause to believe that either the person's there you're looking for, or evidence of him being hurt in some way, some sort of evidence is there related to that missing person. That's what you have to show in an affidavit. Can't wait to read that affidavit someday. But it was interesting in watching last week when I interviewed Doug, who works a lot of missing persons cases in regard to searching waterways. Doug said that he's seeing that more and more. That was something we never did in the FBI unless you had true probable cause to believe something was there. You couldn't just do some sort of haphazard warrant that was like, well, there's somebody missing, so let's look in the trash. But Doug said that's happening, at least in the cases he's been working more often.
That's what I think.
Also rethink this. When you have a set of facts, and as you're looking at a case, when you get other information that comes in, you have to evaluate it. And I evaluated that and thought, is this a new trend? Now, if it is, I think it's absolutely ridiculous, because it would not give a warrant the proper search and seizure type requirements to me, in my opinion.
Yes.
It just doesn't protect that Fourth Amendment that we all have. So I would hope that they don't have some sort of boilerplate language and go in and search. And the other thing is, as you know, they only searched for hours. It wasn't a search like what they did with Quentin Simon. Remember, Quentin Simon, even though they had the exact location that he was dumped, because they had the exact dumpster he was dumped into, and then that individual, they knew the exact time it was picked up after he was dumped, and that dumpster driver knew exactly where he dropped it off and poured it into the receptacle that then went to the dump. Can you imagine?
Right.
That's how much specificity they had. They knew the precise grid locations at that dump. And it took them 5 weeks of searching. The FBI's ERT team, the premier of premier, that team that went out there and conducted the side-by-side search of that area for 5 grueling weeks. And finally, they found Quentin Simon. So just going out for a few hours, remember, it was several days later, that's never going to cut it to be able to search a dump. It's never going to cut it, because you have to search east, west, north, south, and up, down in grueling conditions. So anyway, that will always bother me, but I'm trying to keep my mind open that maybe this is some new trend that in missing cases, because that's what Doug said, that they're starting to do that more and more. Anyway, I want to see what your thoughts are over here. We can't give up on Sebastian. We need to look at this as a cold case. We need to go back and review clues that we have.
Basically, she was reading comments, and I put a couple comments in there. I'm going to tell y'all what I said in those comments as well. Let me turn this music off. Yeah, I definitely think somebody, why didn't they search longer? I think somebody was behind that. You heard her at the beginning, and that's basically what I wanted to hear too. She spoke with somebody with the ex, her job. Could that have been Bobby Simmons? I don't know. I'm just saying. We're Smiley's fixing to get into it. I'm tired of this Barney Fife bullshit. That's just me. And I understand. Everybody's trying to play nice. Again, I'm not the mom and I'm not the dad. I don't need to be nice. So Um, cool, Cool Breeze. Who's Cool Breeze? I don't know. Is that the people that got riled up over these letters and stuff? I don't know. Slick Rick? I don't know. But where is Sebastian Rogers? Bring him home. Bring him home. Lady for Justice said, bring it. Okay. In my opinion, and I have my opinion, in my opinion, when you start getting public attention and you want to be a Slick Rick and you want to have someone else speak for you while you still stand down and you don't do your job, that says a lot to me. I don't know about y'all, but that says a lot to me. In my opinion, you have more of a problem than I thought or the community could imagine. I believe now more than ever that in some shape, fashion, or form, there is corruption going on, in my opinion, of course. And now, more than ever, if you want Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers found, now more than ever, it's the time to speak up and speak out. It's not time to hold it in. Nice Marie said, isn't that kind of weird what I sent to TBI messages a week ago and it went to, yes. Okay. So for those of y'all that don't know, and I'm going to get to that too. But for those of y'all that don't know, for example, and this came up in my live the other night as well, and I called Sumner County at nighttime. I was highly pissed about that. So Nice Marie calls in a tip. She calls in a tip to TBI. TBI tells her, sends her to Sumner County Sheriff's Office. She can't get nobody at Sumner County Sheriff's Office. I try to investigate that right there on the spot that night. Y'all heard it yourself. When was that? About a week ago? Anyway, the lady tells me, well, if you want to get somebody, you have to dial 1. Of course, Brandon Carter, wasn't there that night, and I didn't expect him to be there. And we don't expect callbacks. We don't expect to talk to somebody every time and all that bullshit. But, yeah, and we can leave a message or whatever. But anyway, she told me he would get back to me the next day because I told her what the issue was. Oh, do you think he still got back to me? No, and he damn well knows who I am. Nope, sure hasn't. Just letting y'all know that. I don't think I've let y'all know that. Still hasn't to this day. Thank you, Lady for Justice, for becoming a member. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I think if you're going to take tips, though, you shouldn't advertise it on Amber Alerts or whatever. I think if you're going to take tips, hey, Funny Face Brenda, hello. I think you should take them and then you should sort out where they need to go and stop either sending people everywhere else for a goose chase. That's what I think. This is a missing young man right here who also has medical conditions. And if he's out there somewhere, time is of essence if somebody has a tip. I don't know what the tip was, but it's done been over a week now. It could be important. It could be life or death. Thank you, Becky. Let's see. Rachel said, I personally am guilty of offering my unit to come out of pocket. And the girl was like skeptical to reply. The story, facts, not drama. Right? We know they're not going to answer everybody and all that. That's not the point. Oh, okay, Funny Face Brenda. Have fun with them little ones. Have fun. Yeah, exactly, Mohawk. Exactly. And I did suggest, if you email them, also email everybody. And then sometimes you get somebody that looks and says, oh, they mailed this one. Well, if it ever comes up, there's proof. It's care copied to this one, and this one. I can't never say I didn't get it. Mom ended up said, I just don't understand any of this. Heartbreaking. Sebastian deserves justice and the community deserves to be safe. Exactly. And look, if he didn't walk out the door, then the community deserves to know what happened to him. Are they in danger? Are they in danger of somebody coming back? They deserve to know. You're right. Or if they got somebody living right next door to them, they deserve to know. They deserve to know. They need to hold their kids closer, I can tell you that. I don't know. Last I saw, he might be busy working on the prisoner's case. I have no idea. I've been kind of busy myself, so I don't honestly know. Don't know. Couldn't tell you. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. Don't know. But now more than ever, it's time to speak up and speak out and don't hold anything in. Yes, they need help with this. We need help with this. Seth needs help with this. Again, there are no sides. There is one victim here, and that victim's name is Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Holly likes to put you in your places. That's right. Love me some Holly. But you don't have to be disrespectful, and it's up to you whether you get it done and write an email, or both. The DA, I'm telling you to still do it. We're not going to shut up. We're not going to shut up. I'm not going to shut up. I say still write to the DA, Eric Craddock, Brandon Carter, Bobby Simmons, Governor Bill Lee, Kash Patel, and write both to Washington, D.C. and Knoxville office. I say write to the Nashville Tennessean, WKRN Channel 2 News, News Channel 5, WTVF, WSMV, News Channel 4, Fox 17 News in Nashville. I say write to Smoky Barn newspaper in Robertson County. Look, I don't care who you write to. I don't care who you call. I don't care who you write to. And I don't care how many times you do it. I just care that you do it and you put your differences aside of who you like and you don't like, because you need to do it for Sebastian. Don't think it's not going to do any good. It's not going to do any good if you don't do it right. It sure ain't. Just do it. Stir the pot. Somebody's got their pot stirred for Jennifer, in my opinion, to come on there and talk, in my opinion, like this tonight. That's just my opinion, and I can have my opinion. Now, I don't have nothing against Jennifer, but something ain't right about her live tonight. I'm just telling you. I think some cool breeze has done got in her ear about something, in my opinion, and I'm just being honest. First thing she says, she talked to her friend at the her ex friend at the FBI or whatever. Stay woke. Stay woke. Way back when, at the beginning of this case, 15 months ago, when Chris Proudfoot kept throwing out names, Bobby Simmons and Brandon Carter, over and over again, he did it. He did it to Seth Rogers, PI Heather and Chloe. He did it on Web Sleuths. He did it all over this freaking internet. He made it seem like he knew them, he was friends with them, family friends, whatever. This is the TBI agent, Bobby Simmons, who is in charge of Sebastian's case at the TBI. And Detective Brandon Carter is the one who is in charge 24 hours a day, 7 days a week since this case started from day one at the Sumner County Sheriff's Office. And by God, if they don't have no ties to the Proudfoots or the Bower Sox, then they need to come out and say so. It's been 15 months and nobody has come out and debunked that from the LE. And that's an immediate conflict of interest. This entire case should be moved out of Sumner County, period. And at the very least, it needs to be looked into and find out exactly why nothing has been moved in the Sumner County, in the Sebastian Rogers case. Why nobody is taking tips seriously, in my opinion. Why? Why is there zero updates ever? Why this case has not been put in front of a grand jury when there are tons of, and y'all darn well know it as well as I know it, there is enough circumstantial evidence to do so. Why? And then I just went over this in my live yesterday. The stepdad, he's getting away with telling the entire story as if he was there. What did we talk about yesterday? What is he trying to point a narrative somewhere else? Was he there? Or what is he doing? If I was telling something like that, my ass would done be in jail if I was allegedly not there. Why is Sumner County just doing that? Why? He's feeding Sebastian's stories. He's feeding Sebastian's story to the cops, and he wasn't even there. That's an obstruction of justice. I think Sumner County, in my opinion, when Seth was going on the news media and Seth was starting to voice his opinion and everything else, and he wanted the FBI in and all of that, in my opinion, they was trying to appease Seth, brought him in, brought Tony in, and whatever they told him, showed him, or said to him was a little taste of whatever to make him happy and appease him so he would go away, stop talking to the media, and he did exactly that. They come out, fed that to us because he was happy about it. There was nothing wrong with it, and we all believed in that, and we laid off of Sumner County as well, and we gave them the benefit of the doubt as well. And things calmed down for a while. Period. It's the biggest line of bullshit I ever saw. Biggest line of bullshit I ever saw. Now let's call a spade a damn spade. It contained Seth for a few months. That's what it did. It contained YouTube for a few months. That's what it did. What about containing them dumbasses, whoever they are, that set up on panels with Chris and Katie, making fun of every damn body, and Sebastian and all the bullshit going on? What about all that? I'm sorry. Sumner County, what's wrong with y'all? Yet, in my opinion, They want to go now and put out others to speak for them when the public starts speaking again and sending them letters, in my opinion, of course. And they want to tell the public this case is cold bullshit. And then they want to say this is foul play. Well, it might be foul play. Some of us believe it's foul play and some of us don't. That's nothing new. But it ain't going to stop anybody from looking because you say it's foul play or because you put somebody out there to speak for you because you can't get your ass out there because you're friends with the proud feet to say it's foul play. You can't bring yourself to do that. Tell us something we don't know. I tell you what, we all know more than likely, and I hope Seth ain't listening, there's a good possibility that it's foul play. We hope not, but we don't need you sitting on your ass every time a clue comes in and it's hard as hell for Seth or somebody else to get you on the phone. How about bringing them in for more questioning? You want to call it a code case? How about, okay, then get your good old-fashioned police work out and your boots off the table and get your luminol. Well, actually, first thing you need to do it tonight. You got enough probable cause. Wake that judge up. I'm sure he wouldn't be too happy, but wake the judge up. Go out there and get your luminol. Knock, knock, knock. It's the freaking FBI in Sumner County, Barney Fifes. Whether they're traveling in their traveling bullshit or they're home laying up eating their colossal popcorn, kick that fucking door in and spray that house from head to toe. And see what you didn't see before. How about that? You still need to look into all the tips. You still need to transfer from TBI to Sumner County. You still need to do your job, you know. And you still need to do it for yourself. Before it really, really does go cold. Go back to square one then. Put your pride aside. Put your egos aside. I don't know. And at this point, I don't mean to be cruel to him or his family, but Sebastian is our problem. We need to know where Sebastian is. We know where Sonny Weatherford is. And if there was any foul play with Sonny, or they come to find out, they can dig Sonny up. And I don't mean to be cruel about that. I really don't know how else to say it. I really, really don't. I am not trying to be cold, and I'm not trying to be cruel. They need to quit covering for people, in my opinion. Yeah, this is probably why. Probably why. Like I said, they got probable cause to do a lot of things and a lot of police work that they are choosing not to do. And everybody, I put it on my post, everybody is going for Seth. And I don't mean no disrespect to nobody, but I had to go look it up and put it on there. If you'll read at the very bottom, Seth or Katie either, y'all make me have to take up for her, cannot ask, not that she would want to, they can't ask for the U.S. Marshals to come in. It has to be Sumner County who is in charge. They obviously will not do it. And that's a damn shame. That's a damn shame. You don't think Seth wants them in? You don't think he's been on the news and he wants the FBI in? What do you think has been doing all this time? That's right. The truth is the truth is the truth. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for nobody. Nobody. I'm not going to. You don't like me? That's okay. Hi, Nana. Oh, Lord, Nana. I know. Summer, Monkey, Sebastian, all of them. Where are they at? Where are they at? It's ridiculous. I love you, Carol loves embroidery. I mean, you can, however, before you allow it to go cold, go back to square one. You can get them warrants. You can do that. Do it. Do it. But get over yourselves. Oh, thank you, Nana. You're so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Again, I'm not the mom. I'm not the dad. Neither are y'all. But I don't care who gets mad at me. And I know Seth's done everything he could, but if I was Seth Rogers, I'm just saying I'd be at that damn doorstep after all this today in the morning requesting some news channel to be out there with me. First of all, I would request that they move it out of Sumner County or they put somebody else on this case or something. I would get Bobby Simmons off of this shit and TBI until I would demand to know what the hell's, Chris has done fucked this up, in my opinion. And I would get Carter off. I'm sorry. We ain't here to like nobody. We ain't here to make friends. Your son becomes before your friend, before these people who's maybe been kind to you or whatever a little bit. It's time to kick them down the football field or something. I don't know. And where did that go? What did I see? Where? Hold on. Somebody said something. Absolutely. Wait. You have to be in Tennessee, but yes, absolutely. Get that shit requested too. Thank you, Kiki. Let's see what you said. Dispatch call says, let's get there, see what's going on, do our own search. Huh. Interesting. We'll have to go back and listen to that. Oh, thank you, Nana. Yes, you vent all you want. Invite the Cold Case Foundation in. Absolutely. Yeah, it's not a pissing contest. Absolutely. Jesus, what's wrong with these people? Absolutely. And me too. Me too. Me too. But get it moved out of Sumner County, and then I would have a news station there, and I would have a full-blown press conference. And if Katie was any damn mother, she'd be standing there by Seth, regardless of her feelings for Seth, and get her ass down there, and but no, that ain't gonna work. Ugh. Just stop trying to appease really the only person who is looking for their son. And it's ridiculous. He has been bruised and battered and tethered and beat up on here, and I've seen some shit on here. It's bullshit. Y'all want to worry about the mom and the stepdad? Get real. I'm telling y'all, there's a conflict of interest in the sheriff's office and the TBI's office. I'm telling you. Yeah, he is. And they want to make fun of him too, but guess what? He's out there doing something, ain't he? He's out there doing something. And I'm saying, I know Seth would do anything in the world for his son to find him. I know that. But now is the time. Now is the time, in my opinion. Get that press in front of that police department. Sebastian deserves to be found. I know he knows that. I am telling you, get that press out there in front of that police department. Sebastian deserves better. I don't know what is going on. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. All that's none of my business, but I will tell you what. Something needs to give. It's time. It's time. It's time. If it keeps, Sebastian deserves better. And if it keeps going on like this, day in and day out, I promise you, it don't take a rocket science to figure out there will be no justice. Let me repeat that. If it keeps going on like this, day in and day out, there will be no justice, and it will get cold. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't know what happened to Sebastian. I can have my thoughts and my theories. I have a pretty good damn idea, and that's my opinions, and I'm entitled. But I'll tell you one damn thing. I wouldn't let this keep going on. I am begging everybody, please, if you're doing this for the right reasons, keep Sebastian's name and face out there. Please share him, share his story. Think outside the box. I don't care how much you can't stand Craddock or anybody else. Please Write them. They think it's stirred up now. Continue to write them. You never know who or what day or when they're going to be the mood or whatever. Have them come out and speak, or the district attorney, you want it to go to the grand jury or whatever. Trust me. They're getting a little nervous now. They're having ex-FBI agents come out and speak. It makes no sense. Nobody's going away. Nobody's going to stop. And even if we all go away, his father will never stop. That's very obvious. It's very obvious. Katie, it's not too late to fix stuff. You were the last one with him. It's not too late. Your son needs you. You're still here. Again, you're still here. Regardless of what you do to your children, and I don't know if you did anything or not, no matter how old they are, everybody still needs their mom. And if for some reason Sebastian is not here, he needs you to do this one thing for him. Just one thing. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Do that for your son. I don't know who to tell y'all to call. There's plenty of numbers out there. If y'all have anything to say or to tell it. Bring Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers home. Again, go through all your video cameras if you were in that neighborhood from last year. If you think of anything, just do it. This needs to stop. But his story's not over yet. It's not over. And we're not giving up. Thank you for joining me tonight. And y'all have a great night.